Who's going to make the roster and who will not? Let's talk about it. What is going on, Broncos country? It's Coleman Sports here, the host here of Coleman Sports. We'll be talking about the 53-man roster, my predictions of who's going to make it. I wrote down a freaking Google Doc here of who I think is going to make the squad, who I got out of here. We're going to go over it right here, right now. Let me know your guys' thoughts on who you think will make the roster down below in the comment section. All right. Here we go. So first, right here, of course, quarterback. Bo Nix, he's gonna make the roster. You know, here, let me zoom in a little more right there. All right. So Bo Nix, of course, he's gonna make the. So I got makes the cut. Well, here, hold up, start over. Make the cut on the left, cut or maybe practice squad on the right. All right. Um, and then there's some special teamers that I'll talk about that'll make the roster. Yeah. So quarterback, Bo Nix is gonna make it, of course. He's a starter. He's gonna make it. Jerison will make it, of course, as a backup. Sam Ellinger, I think they'll probably keep on the practice squad, is my guess. I don't think we'll cut him, but he'll be on the practice squad, in my opinion. So yeah, Bo Nix, Jerison, make it. So there's two. Running backs, J.K. Dobbins, Audric Estime, R.J. Harvey, I got making it. I think they'll put Tyler Beatty maybe on the practice squad. I don't know. You might want to get out of here if he's on the practice squad and doesn't make the roster, which means either Blake Watson or maybe I think McLaughlin's going to get cut. I'm sorry for all the McLaughlin believers. I think McLaughlin's out of here. And I think Blake Watson maybe on the practice squad, maybe Tyler Beatty on the practice squad. We'll see. I think either Tyler Beatty or Blake Watson will get cut as well, as well as McLaughlin. But one of them will make the practice squad. One of those three is my guess. All right. Fullback, Michael Burton. Why not put the fullback on the team? Michael Burton. You also got Nate Atkins, but I have him as tight end here. We'll talk about him second. But Michael Burton makes it as a fullback here on the roster. All right. These are my predictions, by the way. For those who are saying this is the actual roster, but this is just who I have. Wide receiver here, I think we got Cortland Sutton, of course, Marvin Mims, of course, Vele, Troy Franklin's gonna make it, of course. Pat Bryant, the rookie, is gonna make the roster, and I think Trent Sherfield will make the roster, but he's gonna be special teamer, Trent Sherfield. I think we got him from like the Vikings or some shit. Um, yeah, he'll make the roster, but as a special teamer, A.T. Perry's going to get cut. Joaquin Davis, another guy that could make it, maybe instead of Trent Sherfield. Michael Bandy, get off my freaking roster. Thank you. Goodbye. Kyrese White, Utah State legend. Unfortunately, will be getting cut. Unfortunately. But yeah, shout out to Tyrese White. That's my dog. Yeah, go Aggies. All right, but yeah, and then the other guys, Courtney Jackson, Jaquan Newton. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who they are. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna know who half of these players are. All right, tight end here. Of course, Evan Ingram's making the freaking roster. Duh. Obviously, Adam Troutman, great blocking tight end. He owns the Panthers. Yeah. Uh, he'll make the roster as well. Caleb Lohner, I have making the roster just because special situations, he's just going to come in and absolutely be a freak. Basketball player, by the way. He's going to make the roster because when we're in the red zone, we can just chuck that ball up to him like these. Oh, yeah. Caleb Lunner coming in special situations like that. Red zone merchant. Oh, it's gonna be great. Caleb Lunner, of course, is gonna make the roster, and then I think it's between Nate Atkins, who is versatile. He can play as a tight end or a um. Hold up, my brain just went complete. Or a fullback, you know. Caden Prieskorn, the guy we got as well, undrafted from not Mississippi. No, is it Miss? Ah, freaking no. I should know, but I forgot for some freaking reason. But Caden Prieskorn will not make the roster, I don't think. Nick Atkins sadly won't make the roster. Shout out to Nick Atkins, just because we got more tight ends this year and got deeper. Um, Lucas Kroll, I'm a big believer in Lucas Kroll. A lot of, the Bronco brothers, they don't like Lucas Kroll. They think he sucks. But I don't know. He could be a good third option in my opinion, but I think he makes it over Nate Atkins. That's just my opinion. And Payton likes him too, so I think he makes the roster. So womp womp Bondi, womp womp Colby. Oh, cry about it. All right. Offensive tackle here. Of course, Garrett Bowles is going to make the roster. Of course, McGlinchey is going to make the roster. I got Frank Crum making the roster. He's been hanging out with Bo Nix, going all the Nuggets games, the Avalanche games, Rockies games. Like he's going to make the roster. And then all these randoms aren't going to make the roster, like Xavier Truss, Marquez Cox, pause, Matt Part, Part, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Alex Paul Zaleski or whatever. Yeah, they're not going to make the roster for obvious reasons. Um, but yeah. All right, next tab. Here we go. Scroll all the way up. Here's guard. Okay, okay. Guard. Let me. It's a little bigger so y'all can see these long ass names. But all right, guard Quinn Miners, of course, can make it. The best guard in the NFL. I don't care. He is. He's the best guard in the NFL. Changed my mind. Ben Powers, of course, can make it. I got Clay Webb making. And Nick Garulio or whatever. From Central Arkansas or some shit. Um, I think those four make the roster. Nick Garlio will be a special teams guy. And the reason why I have Nick and Clay Webb making it for special teams, because this mother fricker that we're going to talk about later let the Chiefs block a freaking field goal for the win. So, yeah. Calvin Rockmorton or whatever and Will Sherman, goodbye. Um, Luke Wattenberg will be our center. And Alex Forsythe, you're gone. I don't care. Get off my freaking team. You let an absolute random on the Chiefs block a field goal for the win. We would have swept them. But no, you let them block a freaking field goal. Just plowed right over you. Get off my freaking team, you bum. Goodbye. I don't care if you played it with. Is this the guy that played with Bo Nix? No, I don't care if you played with Oregon with him in Oregon. No, I don't care. Get it off. Get off my team. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Out of here. All right. Of course, defensive end now. Defense time. Yeah, yeah. Zach Allen. Shout out to Bondi. Bondi's favorite player, Zach Allen, alpha male. Of course, gonna make the roster. JFM, John Franklin Myers, gonna make the roster. Savion Jones, the rookie, is gonna make the roster. And then Yomia Azaraki, I think is how you say it. Of course, dog. Um, special teamer probably. We'll see if he gets any reps, but he'll make the team. Um, I think all the defensive ends that we have make the team. So there we go. Defensive lineman, DJ Jones, run stopper, big boy, Malcolm Roach as well. Big Malcolm Roach is a freaking dog. I like Malcolm Roach. Uh, those two are gonna make the roster. Of course, Jordan Jackson will make the roster as well for some depth. Matt Henningston, and I really like Jordan Jackson too as well. Matt Henningston, get off my freaking team, you bum. Get out of here. You're gone. You're gone. Jordan Miller, gone. Christian Williams, they're gone. They're all gone. Okay, get off my team, Matt Henningsen. Goodbye, goodbye. We can go get somebody else that doesn't make a roster from another team to be on the practice squad. But you're gone. Goodbye, goodbye. Um, yeah, just goodbye. All right. Outside linebacker here, Jonathan Cooper, of course, Nick Benito, Jonah Ellis, of course, gonna have a great sophomore season, hopefully. I think this is our deepest position on the team, honestly. Like, it's crazy. Jonathan Cooper, Nick Benito, Jonah Ellis, DeAndre Tillman, and Q Robinson, who's a rookie, by the way, who the Broncos are really high on. Of course, he's going to make the roster, and he's going to be a great special teamer, in my opinion. Um, Out of Alabama, of course, Alabama, he was a freaking freak on the special teams for Alabama, going absolutely crazy. Q Robinson's making the roster. Johnny Walker, Andrew Farmer, don't know who you are, but goodbye. Um, And then inside linebacker, of course, Dre Greenlaw, Alex Singleton um, will make the roster. Drew Sanders, I got making the roster, of course. Um, we just haven't really gave him a chance and injuries, so he's gonna make the roster. I think Justice Sternad makes the roster. Could be a good special teamer. Same with Lavelle Bailey. I feel like is gonna make the roster as well. JB Brown, Kareem Reed, um, Kareem Reed out of Utah. Sorry, but you're not making the roster. JB Brown, a guy we got, I think, undrafted or something. Um, He's a beast too, but he ain't making the roster because Lavelle Bailey turned out better. But Jordan Turner, of course, also won't make the roster. All right, cornerbacks here. PS2, of course, he's making the freaking roster. He's gonna win DPOI again. Watch. Riley Moss gonna make the roster. Jaquan McMillan's gonna make the roster. Jahdae Barron, who we haven't signed yet, will make the roster, of course. We'll sign him eventually. And Colby's boy, shout out to Colby, Chris Abrams-Durain from Mizzou. And then, the guys that are gonna get cut. Damari Mathis. Goodbye, bitch. Won't miss you. Goodbye. You're gone. Jaden Robinson, don't know who you are. You're gone. Joshua Pickett, you're gone. Maybe we keep. I hope we don't keep Damari Mathis for special teams, honestly, but unfortunately, we might. But no, Damari Mathis, get off my fucking team. Goodbye, bitch. All right, safeties: Brandon Jones, Hufanga, PJ Locke, all gonna make it, and I got that should say JL, my bad. JL Skinner gonna make it as a special teamer. Either him or Sam Franklin are gonna make it. It was a really hard decision that I had between JL Skinner and Sam Franklin. Don't be surprised if they both make it. And then we cut Sternad or Bailey or Tillman. I just don't see us doing that. Or Ricky or maybe Clay Webb. I don't know. But Sam Franklin could easily make the roster as well as JL Skinner. And then Durian Toniel, yeah, goodbye, buddy. Goodbye, you freaking bitch. Oh, yeah, Toniel, get off my team. Kedron Smith, I actually wasn't that bad. Tanner McAllister, don't know who you are. But Kedron Smith actually wasn't that bad in my opinion. Darren Turneriel, though, yeah, goodbye. Goodbye. Off my team. Goodbye. And the last three roster spots here. Will Lutz, of course, kicker. You need a kicker. Duh. Special teams. Punter, from the rookie punter here, Jeremy Crawshaw. Hey, mate. Hey, mate. From, oh gosh. From Australia. Good day, mate. Yeah, yeah. Um, Shout out to Jeremy Crawshaw, W punter. It's gonna be amazing. His rookie year. Just you better hold on. When Will Lutz is kicking extra points, you better grab that ball on the line and hold it for him good or not good. But he's gonna punt great. He's gonna be a great punter. And then of course a fan favorite, Mitchell Fraboni, the long snapper, of course, gonna make the roster. Zach Triner, you're probably gonna get cut, most likely. Um, as a long snapper, because long snappers really don't get hurt, so we won't need depth for that. Hopefully I didn't just jinx Mitchell Fraboni, knock on wood. But yeah, that's my 50. Yeah, that's it. That's my 50-man roster, I think. Yeah, yep. That's my 50-man roster. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know who you guys think makes the roster. If you disagree with any of the players that I have making the roster, let me know. Um, and yeah, should be training camp coming up. I think the rookies report Wednesday, and then the rest of the team, the veterans, report Thursday for training camp, and then August like 8th or 9th, I think, is the first preseason game against the 49ers. And then on to the 2025 season. Thank you, Broncos country, for watching. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss another video here on Coleman Sports. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.